The table which will store the process information is, select star from WF process activities, where activity item type is equals to, what is item type which we have created for this process? This one only, right? So see here, it will create two records. One is for the root, one is for with your process name. Process item type is nothing but your item type, or activity item type nothing but your item type. So here when you create what is this is the information which stores the process information. Next, when you go to message, what is the message we have here? Message to manager. So the table which affects is, select star from WF messages, where type is equals to your item type. See here, what is the internal name of your message? XX MRA notif MSG, XX MRA notif MSG. But still here also you can't see your display name as well as your description. What is the table which stores that information? The table which stores that information is WF messages TL. In this particular view, or translated view, we can see the item type, name of your message, internal name, display name, subject and description, and message body also. All this information we can find in from this particular table. In the next video, we will run this workflow from the front end as well as from the back end. Please watch next video. Thanks for watching. Hi friends, in the last video we have developed a simple notification, sending the notification to the supervisor with the AP invoice hold information. Now we will run it from the front end in this video. So open your workflow builder, and now my workflow is already there in the database. Apps, wish. If you can remember, I want to load the workflow from the database, not from my local machine. I remember my notification name is XXMRA sending notification. Just what you need to do is place your cursor and click on this one or enter. It will come onto your workflow builder. Now if you see, what is your item type? This one. This is your item type. Where is your process? This is your process. So already successfully saved into your database. Now I want to run this. I want to kick this particular process. So in the PL SQL, how we can run a procedure? Generally begin, and here the procedure name. The procedure name already there in the database. Just will run it between the begin and right. So here, we can run the same procedure from the concurrent by using concurrent program concept also. So just go to the submit request, new request. Like that, you can submit the concurrent program. But workflow you can kick by using front end as well as your back end. Now we will cover the front end. So first log into your sysadmin. Here, this is a person who have all rights on all components across your application. And second thing is, the workflow who have initiated, he will be having the rights. But right now we have not given any permission to any user. That's why we are accessing to the sysadmin. But in real practice, we will not have access to the sysadmin. For that reason, we will have some other session. We can kick the workflow from the backend, and we can give the ownership to a particular user also. Let us see that. Before that, we will run the program we will run this workflow from the sysadmin. Log in to the sysadmin. Go to workflow administrator web applications and administrator workflow. So this is a navigation. You remember, workflow administrator web applications and administrator workflow is the navigation. How? Then click on home. Right click on home. This is a page where we can run your workflow from front end, and go to Developer Studio tab. Here you will be having the two options, workflow type and type internal name. Here, what is the workflow type in the sense? Here, your item type display name you can use here. If you click on tab, then it should show here internal name automatically. Or else, if you don't remember the name of your workflow, then you just use your item type here. Go to this particular tab and place here. Now, when you place like this, here workflow type is your display name and internal name it shows and description it shows. Here one button you can see, this is called run button. This is called run button. When you click on run button, it will start from where? One second. Yeah. So it will start from start button. It will start from start button. When you click on run, your process will be starting from start and it will traverse according to your diagram. Now what we need to do is click on run. When you click on run, it will ask for item key and user key. See, this workflow item type is a unique one across the application, across the database, right? But if a user X user is submitted and Y user submitted at the same time, how you will differentiate between the two run? So there should be some mechanism, right? So Oracle provided us two things here, important things. One is item key and one is user key. User key is not mandatory and item key is mandatory. And for each and every run of this workflow, we need to give a unique ID. It is something like your session ID or concurrent program ID. The ID we need to give here. So here we will give your item name with any number. We'll start with 20. So here across the database, this item key will be unique like your item type. And user key also you can give here with item key with user 20. You can give anything. It is not mandatory use this like this only. You can use anything. But from backend when you run, we have a specific notation how to give item key. By using sysdate, we can achieve that. And while running the workflow from backend, I'll cover that point. Now submit. Workflow XXRMA MRA sending notification to manager with item key has been started. Select the status monitor tab to view processing status. Select the notification tab to view and respond to the notification sent to you by workflow. So what he is telling is this particular workflow is started. It is started and it will go on to end as per your logic. And if you want to see the status where exactly your workflow status is, then go to one more tab called status monitor. And here you just place your internal name of your workflow or workflow type similar to the developer studio where we have used workflow type or type internal name. Just click on OK. Here see here for how many activities you can see here, 4, what is the status completed. Now here what is your item key? What is your item key? This is item key, right? So place your cursor like this and go to activity history first. See what it is telling. The start is completed, notification is complete, notification sent, and end is complete. It is traversed to end. What it is saying is it is started, notification have been sent, and it is sent to end. It is gone to end state. But still, what it is saying, the notification is still in open, not closed. And if you want to see status diagram with diagrammatically, how we can see, go to just click your select any the workflow with item key and go to status diagram. See here graphically you can see it is started here, the notification have sent to the performer and it is gone to end. And still if you want to see the information about the workflow, you can see here one more tab is called view workflow details. Yes, what is the internal name of your workflow, what is your description, or it is a temporary or not. You can see what is the workflow type, everything you can see here. From here also we can see the process diagram. Now the workflow have been clicked and the notification is sent to the performer. Who is the performer? C Brown is a performer. In the last video we have discussed C Brown is a performer. And C Brown, so when you log into the C Brown login ID, then you will see whether you got notification or not. Let us see. Now I want to see the notification C Brown got notification or not. But I don't know the password of the C Brown. Do you know the password of? Because the person is the C Brown is different from our user ID. but as it is a test instance, we can reset the password of any user. Just there is a API called fnd user package dot change password. There you need to give the user ID with the password which you want to reset, the new password which you want to reset. Just run it and commit it. Then the password will be changed. What is the password? cbrown password is welcome. So here the password is welcome. Now I want to log into this particular user. See, when you see here, you can see the notification. The notification we have got. But observe, the text notification has a drawback. It is not showing us in the proper format. It is showing all the details which we have given, but it is not showing the proper not in the proper manner. Here I would like to cover two tables here. This is a notification ID. The tables are select star from WF notifications is a table where notification ID is equals to, what is the notification ID you are seeing here? This is a notification ID. So that details you can see. What is the message associated with this particular notification? Yes, message type, message name. It is still in open status. Who is the recipient role? Who got this notification? cbrown. See here. What is your subject of the message? This one. And you remember or not, what is the user key and item key you have given? xxmgr not 20, xxmgr not user 20. So if you want to find out the item key and user key information, you can use WF notifications. With the notification which you got here, we can check. This is an important table. But here nowhere it is showing the item type of your workflow. So there is a one more table called select star from WF item activity statuses, where notification ID is equals to this much. Okay. Now it will give you the item type. See what it is saying is, this is the item type, workflow item type, associate is kicked with item key as xxmgr not 20. What is the notification kicked? This is a notification kick. The notification details you can see here. So WF notifications will have a notification ID as well as message which is associated with the notification, message name also, message type also, item key, user item key. You can have this particular from this particular table. If you want to know the item key name, item type name, then you have to go for WF item activity statuses. This is the end of the video. In this way, we will kick the workflow from the front end. In the next video, we will see how to kick the same workflow from back end. Please watch next video. Thanks for watching. Hi friends, in this video, we will discuss how to run the workflow from the back end. In the previous video, we have seen how to run a workflow from front end. So for that, for running the workflow, we need to follow two steps. One is we need to create the process. Second one is we need to run the process. So for running first step, also we are having one package procedure. For second step, we are having another package procedure. In most of the cases, we will use only one package. WF_engine is a package which we will be using. For creating the process, just click on F4. You will see here the procedures and a list of functions available in this particular package. If you see here, one procedure is the create process. Here the start process. So now we will use create process, then we'll go for start process to run the workflow from the back end. So let us write this particular. We'll write a piece of code here. Begin. First step is we need to create a process, right? WF_engine dot create process. So what are the parameters it has? First parameter is item key, item type. It has item type. Second parameter is item key. These are the input parameters. We will be using 4 input parameters: process and user key. These are the 4 input parameters I'm using. for creating the process. What is the first step? I said the first step which we need to use is we need to do is for running the workflow from backend is we need to create the process. So for creating the process, what is the API we need to use? WF engine create process. So we need to pass these four input parameters to create the process from the backend. So how we can pass these four means by using referencing method. These four parameters I am passing. So, but do you know item type of your workflow? Yes. Go to your item type. Here you can see item type name. The workflow which you have developed. The item type name you have to give here. What is the item key? When you run workflow from the front end, you have given one unique ID, right? That is something like your session ID. You can give anything here, but for every run, it must be a unique one. I'm giving series 30. You write down 30 series. For backend running, we will be giving or else 50 is the sequence. Next, what is the process of your item type? Process name of your item type is, you can go to your process, right click, go to properties. Here you can see your process name. You need to give here process name. Next, user key is not mandatory, but this item key is mandatory. Mandatory. User key also we are giving. Just use the same thing, same whatever we are using for item key. Just place at the end U for differentiating between the user key as well as your item key. Next, first step is completed. What is the second step? We need to run the process. How we can run the process? We are having API to run the process. What is the process? What is a package procedure to run the workflow from to start the workflow from backend is start process. It has two input parameters we will be giving here. WF underscore engine dot start process. It has two parameters. Just copied here. Item type it has, and second in parameter is item key. These are the two parameters which we need to give to this particular workflow, to this particular procedure. So what is item type of your workflow? This is the item type. And what is item key which you are using here? This is an item key. So now you are finished and writing your code. As we are not using any local variables, so we are using only anonymous block without declaration block. Now we will run this. Item key must be declared. In which line? Line number 10. Item key must be declared. Why item key is declared? So here issue is we missed here assignment. We are used here equal. It is not correct. Now it will work properly. So your workflow have been kicked from your backend. See here, no issues. It is run. So when you run the workflow from the backend, the first table which you can visit is WF notification, where item key is equals to your item key. As you are running from backend, you know what is your item key, right? So we will be using item key like this. So your workflow have been fired from the backend successfully. Let us see from the sysadmin whether it is fired or not. Go to sysadmin. Welcome is the password for my instance. Go to workflow administrator web applications. Go to administrator workflow. Go to home or anything you can go. Now go to status monitor. Your item type is this one. What is your item key here? XXMG not 50. XXMGR not 50. It is 5. But if you observe here, you can see status diagram also. Just click on checkbox status diagram. It has been fired successfully. Right now, if you observe here who is the owner of this particular workflow? By default, workflow owner is your sysadmin only. But the person who runs this particular workflow also will have a privileges to run this particular workflow. But we have not mentioned that who is the owner of this particular workflow. So in order to mention that, before that, we will check whether the other user having access to this particular workflow or not. Just go to operations, just want to check it, and go to web applications, workflow web administrative web applications, and home. I just want to check here whether he is able to see this particular, what is item key? This is item key. Your item key is this one. So is it possible to see from this front end from the operations user ID? No. I want to give access to him. If at all, if I run the next item type, item key is 51, I want to give access to this person also to view the status, to have all privileges on this particular workflow. So for that, we need to add one more line here. We are having one API, WAF engine dot. Here, when you click on F4, you will see set owner, set item owner. Set item owner is your procedure, which we need to use for setting up the owner. So what are the three input parameters? Item type, and now item type key already we used, right? 50. So I'm changing it to 51. Now I want to give access this item type with item key to the operations. Oh, I want to make operations this guy as one of the owner. Of course, by default, sysadmin have a rights to run this particular workflow. Let us see. So what it is saying, line number 12, line number 12. So same mistake I have done. Okay, line number 12, what it is having issue. So let us try to run again. Yeah, this completed. Mistake is this semicolon I have missed. So now committed, right? Now let us see this particular from front end. If you see the 51 has access or not. Yes, now he is able to see because he is the owner. He is the one of the owner, and we will check whether from the sysadmin we can able to see this particular item key or not. Sysadmin, welcome. I have reset the password for sysadmin. Just go to workflow administrator, web applications, go to home, and let us see he is having access or not. Go to status monitor, go to place your item type, click on, see here 51 is having owner. Once you set the owner, 52 is not coming, right? If you forgot, right? What is your item key here? Yeah. Once you set, so you can see here, what is your item key? Yeah. So by default, owner for a given workflow is sysadmin. And if you give any owned by, if you give owned by, or if you set item owner, then that person also able to access this workflow. Thanks for watching. This is the end of the video. Please watch next video. Hi friends, in this video session, we will concentrate on lookup types. Lookup type is nothing but, in order to provide buttons in front end, we use lookup types with some lookup codes. Whatever the lookup code you use, that lookup code will be reflected as a